Very good afternoon to all, and welcome to Tally CA Connect. So, as I always love to see that every Wednesday we get to see this great audience here with us to learn about Tally new features or existing features which are very underutilized. So, one such feature which we are going to focus on today is the connected GST features in TallyPrime. While it has been there for over the last 2 years, we know we still are surprised when people say that they have been doing half in accounting in the tally and then pulling out in the excel and managing it all. So while that's one way to go, but the solutions which are already existing in the tally prime will request you that how you can do it, and we have our expert today who will help us go through the process. So please welcome CA Vinodh Kothari ji. Vinodh ji is a practicing CA from Chennai, a tally evangelist, and an amazing teacher. So he's an expert in indirect taxation, so which is why he chose this topic on how this will be very important for our CA community. He is also a visiting faculty at the SIRC of ICI, even government offices, GST offices, to take them how they can process tally data for the GST purposes. So thank you, Vinod sir, for your time. We have a great audience to begin with today. So it's all for you and your topic suggestion. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Komal and Tally for giving me this opportunity. It is very pleasing to see so many members joining for the knowledge session, that too on a weekday. So the topic is very hot, that is GST. GST, it is almost, we are in the ninth year, and till now, a lot of issues, many of them are facing day by day. So many improvements are going on in GST. In spite of all these improvements, something or the other is cropping up because the GST Act itself is in such a way. Suddenly they change the act, suddenly they change the form, suddenly they make a lot of changes. So the today's topic is basically on the GST in Tally and the year-end compliances, what we have to do, and some important aspects of GST. I have seen that Tally is a 100 MB package, and I have been using Tally from 1996. Now, in this 100 MB package from 1996, the package is still now 100, less than 200 MB. But in spite of that, the features which Tally is adding is so many features Tally is keeping on adding that it makes the accountants more useful and it makes lot of things easy. So this is what the benefit of Tally is. Now recent update in Tally is TallyPrime 7.0, and recently in last 2-3 version, Tally has started the connected services. That is, connected services means you be connected in Tally with the GST portal, you be connected in Tally with the banking portal, you be connected in Tally with the Bharat Connect. Lot of features has been updated. And Tally has developed and evolved to such an extent that even the return filing compliance can be done in Tally. So that is the speed at which Tally works. Today, many of them are using e-invoicing for the purpose of Tally because of the speed at which e-invoice is generated. But often I have seen that many of them are still now not using TallyPrime to the full capability, in the sense that they are comfortable with what they know. They do what they know. To little extent, they upgrade themselves. But when it comes to practicality, they avoid, or I don't know why they are reluctant in taking up the new features. We have done a survey, I think in the last meeting I had with Tally, less than 20% of the people use the GST connected services for the purpose of filing the GST returns in Tally, which is a wonderful feature which we are going to discuss today. One more thing I want to tell here, why Tally connectivity is fast is that GST has appointed certain Suvidha providers, in which Tally is one of such Suvidha provider which gets access to the GST portal data via the proper OTP channel. So I'll just share the PPT. Hope this PPT is visible to all.
Sir, we are able to see the tally screen. Yeah, now the PPT.
Yeah. So Tally, I still now wonder sometimes see some people who don't know Excel. They are working in Excel and then they are using calculator for totaling. That is what same in Tally. We do accounts, but for return filing, we go to the portal and then file the return where the chances of making the mistake happens. So first thing to my participants is that if you are using Tally for the purpose of return filing, well and good. I'm very happy about it. If you are not using, start using it from at least this April 2026. It has a lot of features wherein you will be able to file your GSTR1 smoothly and your GSTR3B. A lot of other reconciliations can be done. So start using it. I will give some tips in the next 1.5 hours where and all you have to be careful, what you have to take care. And in between some Q&A I will take. So first step is that what we are going to see today is how to set up TallyPrime GST setup for the portal linking. Then we are just going to understand about the GSTR1, then the 3B and 2B analysis, how GST does in Tally, then the filing consideration, then certain reports which can be generated in Tally, then why certain transaction where you have to take care special attention, that is spillover transaction, GST reconciliation and year-end closure entries. This is what is our today's Tally topic. Now setting up a GST in Tally is very easy. So first thing is that I know most of you might know how to do the setup, but then also there may be few people who are attending for the first time. So for those person, I am just explaining you how to set up the GST for the purpose of Tally. First thing is that you need to activate the Tally GST. For that, you need to press F11. In F11, you can see on the right hand side, enable goods and service tax GST. It is yes. Once again, you press, and here you will get various options. Now, earlier, if you see Tally, you can maintain only one GST company, but at present, in the latest version of Tally, you can maintain multiple GST registration. That is one company having different state registrations. GST can be maintained in Tally. That is point number 1. Point number 2 is that the e-invoice, e-way bill can be integrated. Third, you have to check what type of registration you are having. You have to check what type of registration you are having. Whether you are a regular dealer or a composition dealer or regular SEZ. Again, regular dealer, two types. One, those who file regular monthly return, and another one is quarterly returns. So based on that, you need to select all these options. I will not go in detail one by one, but wherever important points are there, those part I will explain. And then you have your GST number, then periodicity. If you are filing a quarterly return, you can select quarterly. Based on what you select, automatically your returns, you can file it. You can provide your GST username here and the mode of filing, whether it EVC or DSC, and then you can update the details every time Tally is going to log on to the GST portal. It will ask you for the OTP. Then only you can proceed with the next formalities. If e-invoice is applicable, yes, all those details you can check it. And if you want a another registration to be added, that also can be created in the GST registration, create another GST registration. So here important thing is, if you are a quarterly filer, mention your quarterly filer. If you are a composition dealer, mention your composition. Whether e-invoice is applicable, yes, you have to provide. E-way bill applicable, yes, you have to provide. Then comes the next important setup. See, now when we file the return, we file GSTR1, GSTR3B. These are the two important returns. Apart from that, annual return GSTR9, 9C, we file. I have often seen that many of them are facing difficulty in Tally to file the returns because they make a mistake. So you have to be very, very careful. Whenever any ledger is created, you have to define properly whether GST is applicable or not applicable. If you are a service provider, you have to provide the SAC code, then the HSN code correctly, because GSTR1 nowadays it is very, very mandatory for all to provide the HSN code summary, SAC code summary, and even you have to provide the HSN code, SAC code summary based on B2B and B2C. So even that option is enabled. So all these breakups, HSN code, 6-digit, 4-digit, depending upon your turnover, less than 5 crores, more than 5 crores, you can activate here. Now, two things here. One, if you are a service provider, then in that case, what happens? Whatever advance you receive, you have to pay GST on the advance received, only for service provider. Then in that case, you have to mention in the right hand side, you can see this GST advance adjustment. So these adjustment entries, only when you enable, then only you will be able to pass the entries for the advance received and set off against the sale and reflecting the same in the GSTR1. Then for downloading the GST returns, you have to mention yes, set alter details, yes. Then what types of return you have to download. By default, normally I select all the returns because all the returns are important, even the GSTR1, 2A, 2B and 3B, all the returns normally you have to download. So this is the first setup which you need to do in Tally. So this is the important setup. Only then the GST will be connected. Only then the GST will be connected. Right? So this is the first setup. Second thing is, whenever you create a ledger, so I'm going to alter ledger. There are few ledgers. You can see this. Many of them know that in the, I'll just check if any ledger is having this. Okay. So here you see there is a GST number here in the registration type. Right hand side, you have Alt L. So whenever you want to create a party ledger, don't type the name. Just type the GST number, Alt L, and then type the GST number and enter. And based on the data which is available in the portal, the GST number, the ledger will be created. This is one part. And while creating the ledger itself, you will be able to find out what is the status of GST, and you can even find what is the filing history of this person. So whether he is filing the returns correctly or not, whether he has filed, not filed, a lot of details are available in this. So this is the second part in the GST registration part and GST activation part. Next part is voucher entry, voucher setup. Those part I am not going to go because this is first part which I wanted to cover, how to connect to the GST part. So this PPT I'll share with the Tally, and you can see if any part you have missed it, how to connect the returns and then how to connect to the GST part. Now, second part, filing the GSTR1. Now, in Tally, you can file the GSTR1, but you have to be careful of certain data. What is that? Now, what is GSTR1 consist of? All your sales. What type of sales? B2B sales, B2C sales, then your export sales, nil rated sales, credit note, debit note. That means what? That means you have to create the ledgers and pass the entries correctly. Then only the GST R1 can be filed correctly. So for this part, what is important is whenever you are creating a ledger, a debtor ledger or a creditor ledger, at that point of time, define the debtor or creditor correctly, whether B2B, whether B2C, whether registered, unregistered. And again, your tax calculation also depends on the state which you select. That means which state you are and which the GST number it is registered. So this is very, very important part where many of them mix, and then people call me and tell, sir, tax is not getting calculated. This is because of the place of supply. 1 minute, I'll take few queries here, I think.
So as of now, there are no queries relevant for this, and I've requested them to put it in the Q&A.
How to raise e-invoice in Tally? Okay, just I'll show some sample. So now we will go and see the entry part. Now this is a sample data of one company which I have just created for the purpose of training. So here the data will be of some 17, 18 data, E17 and M18. So first we will go to the sales register. Now when you go to the sales register, what happened is at that point of time, e-invoice was not enabled. Someone has asked a question that how to generate a e-invoice. First part is that you have to press F11 and then go to this option yes. And here you have to select e-invoice applicable yes. So which date you can just provide. I will give 172017. Technically, this has not been implemented. Since my data is for 1718, I am just providing that date. So this is the way you enable the e-invoice. Now, first, for the purpose of e-invoice, there is certain setup which you need, which has to be done. You need to go to the GST portal login, e-invoice login, and then enable the API for Tally, and then only this process will be completed. So that lot of videos are there. You can go and check how to do it. A separate user ID and password will be created for the purpose of e-invoice uploading in Tally. And once you complete the sales, once you complete the sales entry, it will ask you whether you want to generate the e-invoice. You just give yes, and immediately within a second, e-invoice will be generated. Now here, Alt A. Right? So this is the method of preparing the e-invoice. Now we will go to the GST return. How to generate the GST return? See, I'm not going in again and again. I'm telling certain things because I want to make it clear. This is not a full hand training session. This is only an overall session of important aspects of the GST and GST closure. So in depth, if you want, maybe further any session, we can plan it off, or you can view the demo videos. So for generating, now sales entry you have passed, go to, remember this shortcut key, DOG. What is DOG? Display Statutory Reports GST, DOG. And then you have this GSTR1. Now, first important thing, which version of Tally you are using, that is most important. I still see people using the older version of Tally. Again, this TallyPrime 7.0 connected services will work only when you are having the updated license renewal. Now I'll press F1 here. F1 about, this is the profile, and you can see here Tally 7.0 latest version, and my Tally software service is valid till 31st May 2026. All these connected services will be working only if you have a valid Tally license working. If your TSS has expired, then connected services will not work. So I'll change the period 1/3/31/3. See, one more thing. Once again, I'll show you the GST return. Go to display, D, statutory reports, O, G, GST report. And go to the GSTR 1. See, normally what happens is, we file the GST return when on the 8th or 9th of the next month. So the date you check which month return you have to file. Based on that, you select the date. So here I am going to select 13/20/18 because there only I have the data. 31/3/2018 and enter. Yes. So there are around 443 vouchers in the month of March. All these vouchers, it is going to check and display a report. What are the errors? See, the biggest advantage of TallyPrime 7.0 or the GST return filing is Tally itself find out by itself and tell you that where and all you have made a mistake. So what happens is our work becomes easier. Even if we make a mistake, we will know where we made a mistake. Now, how to find out the mistake? You see here, ready to upload 150, included in return 150, not uploaded 150. That means what? Ready to upload means, say April month return you are filing. Ready to upload means out of the total number of invoices, 150 is ready. That means 150 invoices are perfect. There is no error in that. Not uploaded. That means this is the first time you are opening for this month, or you have opened earlier, but you have not uploaded the GSTR1 data to the GST portal from Tally. See, manually, if you go and file, then Tally will not know. But if you are using Tally for filing the return, then it will have a proper control. Say, for example, you have uploaded 120, then Tally will tell you not uploaded 30. So this way, Tally will automatically give the counting. Internal control is very strong. And uncertain transaction, this is where the mistake entries or wrong entries are there. So you have to ensure that the uncertain transactions are 0. Then only you should proceed with the filing of GSTR1. So here we are going to press. So total 16 transactions. Out of 16 transaction, 14 transaction are having a GST registration details of the party are not valid. Applicable tax ledger not selected, or voucher number is incorrect or not specified. So one by one, you have to go and clear all these errors. Check what is the issue. Go control enter, find out maybe some error in the GST registration or the place of supply. Based on that, you have to clear all the errors. Once all the errors are completed, then here the uncertain transaction will become 0. See, your GSTR1 filing will be correct only when 1. Party GST details are provided correctly. 2. The classification of the taxes are provided correctly. That means what? See, there are 3 methods of providing the GST rate in Tally. The first method is you can provide the GST rate in the ledger. That is for the service providers, where you can provide the HSN code, where you can provide the SAC code. If you are a trader, then provide the HSN code, SAC code, and GST registration in the inventory. Don't provide in the ledger. And there is something called as CGST ledger, SGST ledger that never provide the GST, HSN code or SAC code or rate, either provide in the ledger or inventory. And if you don't classify it properly, whether export sale ledger is not an export, you don't classify, all these details will not be filled. Now, what is the new in this tally is earlier we used to export Alt E and we used to export to JSON, log into the GST portal and then upload this Excel file, and then only the GST return used to be filed. But in the 7.0, you can directly upload the returns, select the GST returns. It will show you the list of invoices which is not uploaded. And both the options it is giving you: export offline, send online. You click on send online. Whether you want to upload, you give yes, then it will prepare. It will ask you, I have not provided the GST username. That is why it is asking the question. One time, if I provide this, every time it will not ask, it will only ask the OTP. And once I file the OTP, the GSTR1 details will be uploaded. See, there are two things. Again, I'm telling, only the data of the sales will be uploaded. Return is not filed. First step. Only the data is uploaded. Return is not filed. You go immediately to the GST portal, open the GSTR1, check the GSTR1, whatever data is uploaded in the tally, immediately you can see. Sometimes 5 or 10 minutes wait may be possible. So in the right hand side, you can see include uploaded. That means what? Previously you have uploaded. See on the right hand side, include uploaded. But you have went to GSTR1 in the online and then deleted the entry. Now you want to upload all. That also is possible. So this is the process for filing the GSTR1 data. And if everything is ready and you want to file the GSTR1 fully with EVC or DSC, then you have to go to exchange. On the top, you can see exchange. Here you have the option, GST option, and here upload GST return. It will ask you what type of return, and then you can upload the return. So both the methods are possible in the GST tally. So this very we have tally has made internally to find out how much how many people are filing because of the data. So try this and I'll tell you, your life will be very simple, and the chances of making the mistake and the reconciliation will be reduced. We'll check for some query. Any queries, madam?
So there are two I have answered. There are actually bigger ones, not directly what you're talking
Amended
about.
by Alt L so that party GST. Yes, you can do it. If the ledger is already created, you can press open, alter the ledger, press Alt L and update the data as per the GST portal. That can be done. There is no issue in that. Recording will be provided in YouTube. Sir, we don't want HSN value. So how can we disable HSC? See, HSN code is mandatory for GSTR1 or SAC code is mandatory for GSTR1. Without that, you will not be able to file it. Rent received exempt income not reported in March 26 nor in March 20. It can be reported. Yes, you can report in April 2026 and show it as an in the GSTR9, you can provide the reconciliation. Recon with e-invoice is still to be done offline. Yes, recon with e-invoice. Yes, this feature to certain extent Tally is having that feature. If you are using the e-invoices in Tally, then you can recon it. But separately, if you are using another software for the e-invoices, then it becomes a little difficult. Okay, these things we have completed. So this is one part. So GSTR1 is one part. Next part, we will come to the next part, GSTR2A and 3B filing. Like how we file the GSTR1, same way you can file the GSTR3B. You have to go to DOG. Remember this DOG. We know what it is, DOG. and then GSTR 3B. I will change the period 1/3/18, 31/3/18. So you have to ensure the ledgers are correct. Then only your data will be correct. Even in the tally, there are two, three things which I am going to explain. One, you can do the IMS, Invoice Management System. In the GST portal, you have IMS. You can accept, reject, or keep pending. The same thing can be done in tally. Second, you can even download the 2A data, 2B data in tally. Third, you can even reconcile the 2A data, 2B data in tally with your original data. That means the 2B data will be verified with your tally data. That demo I will show you next. First, we will see how to do it, because real time showing the data is little difficult, but Tally has given a wonderful option in its website, which I'll show you next. First, we'll complete this. So GSTR 3B, same method. You have to ensure that uncertain transaction needs to be made 0. Then only you can proceed with the filing. If you want to check right hand side, lot of options are there. I'm not again going in detail. Important parts, F8 if you press, you will get the ITC options. Okay. I think I pressed the wrong button. No problem, because it will take some time. Now, before that, I will show you how, if you want to learn certain things, Tally website has given a new feature called as instant demo. Like what happens when I take a session like this, real time, I cannot show any of my client data to you. So it becomes difficult to compare and show you how 2B is downloaded, how GSTR1 is downloaded. You go to the Tally Solutions website, tallysolutions.com. Now in tallysolutions.com, there is something called as community. In community, there is something called as instant demo. Now, those who are facing some difficulty or they are finding some troublesome in doing any of the Tally connected services, you can select whatever you want to learn in Tally. Tally gives a wonderful feature. I'll show you a demo. Like invoice management system. You want to understand how I can update my IMS. That is the invoice which is there in the 2B. I want to activate, yes, accept, reject, or keep pending. You can just select here. Same way, connected banking, lot of things are there. Connected GST return, I'll show you how to file GSTR return. Just click start and let's start. So this demo is very wonderful. Your feel will be like that you are doing the filing. Like it will tell you how to do the connected services. Next you click. It will ask you click on the exchange. Then upload the return. You have to click. I am clicking it. It is not a video. I am clicking it. Then click on GSTR1. Then select send. Send OTP. You will get the OTP and enter. Now once first step, what has happened? Return is uploaded. Enter. Then next. So first thing, what did we do? We have uploaded the sales breakup, invoice wise breakup. So again, next we are going to upload the filing of GSTR1. So here I am going to click file GSTR1. It will show you the B2B, credit note, debit note, all the HSN documents, details, everything. If it's okay, then click on send. That's it. Continue filing. It will give you a PAN number and enter. It will ask for EVC. See, the whole return filing is done through Tally. No need to go to GST portal. On the 11th of every month, you open the site. Sometimes site is giving trouble. Site is not getting connected. By this backend method, you can complete your GSTR1 easily. Right? So this way, this is the GSTR1. Now we will see the GSTR2B, how it is downloaded. So again, instant demo. And then so here page 3, I'm going to go. So page 3, you have this, okay, e-invoicing. Someone asked me how to do this e-invoicing. You can see this demo and you can get a e-invoicing how to do it. So we are going to look at the GST invoice. Some 1 minute. So GST reconciliation, how to do it, we are going to see. But before that, we'll go to Tally and then we'll proceed. Okay, till now it is working fine. Now GST reconciliation, start demo. Let's start. So now, how to download the GSTR2A, GSTR2B, GSTR1 and then map it with the tally data. That is what we are going to see. But point of caution here, if you are passing a purchase entry, then what happens is purchase data you pass, the invoice number you type, tally based on certain algorithm, it will match it. Wherever amount is matching, GST number is matching, invoice number is matching. But in case of journal entry, be careful. There are certain issues happen. So better to provide the voucher number or pass the entries in purchase method. So how to download the returns? See on this exchange, select exchange, download the returns. Now, if you remember, at the time of showing you how to activate the GST, at that time I have given an option of download. I have selected all the returns. So here what it is going to download: GSTR1, GSTR2A, GSTR3B, GSTR2B. And if you want any configuration or if you want to download for a particular year, you can just select on configuration and download it. So here I am going to select download. Again, OTP. One more thing here. Once you give OTP for one time, for next 6 hours, any activity you do, you again need not give OTP. So you can continue till 6 hours with one OTP in Tally. So the data of GSTR1, 3B, everything is being downloaded. After downloading, what happens? This data will be compared with your accounting data and one reconciliation will be provided. So I'll show you. Enter. Then go to display. Remember DOG. Then statutory report. Then GST report. 2B reconciliation. Now we are going to do the 2B reconciliation. Either it is 2B reconciliation or GSTR1 reconciliation. Method is same. So now here you can see the total B2B invoices 24 as per. See, the blue color is in the portal and black color is as per your books. 24 invoices as per 2B, but in your books of accounts, only one. 24. 25 is as per portal. 24 is as per the books of accounts. Then you need to reconcile, press enter, enter. You can find out the difference. So right hand side, you can see unreconciled, reconciled, unreconciled. Then enter. So once I press enter, it will show me what is the difference. So there is some issue which is there. Like say for example, Rahul store. In my books of accounts, 7 entries are there. But in the GST portal, 8 entries are there. So this way, one by one, you have to go check, either alter the entry if you have not passed the entry, or in case you are passing the entry next time, then you have to put it in the reclaim ledger. So one by one reconciliation should be completed. Then only your GST reconciliation will be completed. So this is what the data is there. So you can see here the ITC for the current period. Enter, it will show me all the types of ITC. Yeah, again, one more thing I missed out. Reverse charge mechanism. This is the biggest problem which many of them are facing today. I think most of us might have received a notice from the GST department that as per the 2A or the 2B, your RCM amount is not matching with the payment details. So unless and until you don't activate the RCM mechanism in Tally, your RCM will not be updated automatically. Like here you see, I have activated the mechanism. So freight charges, control, enter. And here I have specified the details, GST, HSN code, specify the details here, whether applicable for reverse charge. Yes. This if I give, then only tax will be calculated. Otherwise, RCM tax will not be calculated. So these are few RCM part which you need to take care, and all other input. So RCM today, now today I'll tell RCM is very few services. Earlier it was GTA was major. Then advocate fees was there. Then remuneration to directors was there. Then sitting fees to directors was there. Now what they have added? They have added a big thing. Which one? Rental. So rental has become a big issue today. So unless and until you don't specify, even if you miss to pay or miss to calculate, once you activate rent and say that this ledger is RCM applicable, then there is no chance that you may miss the RCM part. So 3B here you can see everything input, ITC reversed, journal entries should be passed for the purpose of reversal. So few journal entries also I will show you, AO exempted, all those details you have to provide here. So again, this is also same way, export, current or GST return you can select and then upload, it will show you the liability, all those things. And you see in the return, if you want to file the return from Tally, then again exchange. Otherwise, go to portal and then file the return. Now, I was discussing about the exchange part. So this exchange is only the connected services. Send for e-invoicing. See, e-invoicing two method. One, at the time of passing the invoice, press yes, immediately e-invoice can be generated. Otherwise, second option is you prepare the data, take the approval of the senior and then send the invoicing, e-invoicing separately. That also option is available. You want to mix e-invoicing with e-way bill, that also can be done. Then the GST options, login, log out, e-way bill data, upload the returns, GSTR1, 3B, download the returns. Now see here configuration, which period you want. I want for the whole year. So I'll give 1/4/25, 31/3/26. So whole year I can download. If you are a quarterly return filer, then give this as yes. So Tally will understand that you want to download the quarterly returns also. And then you select on download. Since it is not connected, download is not happening here. So this is with regard to the GST exchange option. So 3B you can file, 1 you can file, and then you have the option of the IMS. IMS means what? Invoice queries. I will take in the last 1 or 2 queries. Once I complete one topic, I will take. Rest all the queries in the last we will take. Now, download IMS invoice in the GST portal, whatever 2B invoices are there that you want to activate here. So you can download the invoice, set up, accept, reject, keep pending. When accept, it is okay. Reject when it does not belong to you or wrongly given. Keep pending, there is a time of supply concept. That means what? You can claim the GST input only when the goods are received. You have booked a goods from Chennai. You have placed an order in Delhi. Delhi person raised the invoice on 30th April, but the goods are going to come on 3rd May. Then 3rd May only I can claim the input. So that is why keep pending. Then once I upload in Tally, I can download the IMS invoice, update, and then upload the IMS invoice. This setup is done. So this is what is called as a connected services. So this is with regard to 3B and 1. So few questions we will take. PPT I will share. HSN value, it is typing error. Typing error. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I understood that. Uncertain transaction to reconcile in Tally. Yes, before filing, you have to ensure that uncertain transactions are zero. Otherwise, your filing will be wrong. How to import 2A and 2B? This I have already shown you. Once you click, automatically it will be downloaded. All the invoices will be downloaded. And then Tally itself will reconcile and show you wherever reconciliation. Now, how Tally does the reconciliation? This I will tell you, explain you. First method of reconciling. Directly Tally will not go for the reconciliation with the invoice number. No. First it will take GST number. So GST number wise, what is as per your books, as per your to be total it will say. Then you press enter. Then the next level is invoice wise. So this way you have to maintain. Client not maintaining sale register, instead booking revenue through journal. Journal revenue B2C, it is little difficult. So ensure that you ask them to maintain in the sales aspect, then only you will be able to file it. Otherwise, maintaining a journal is tough because your invoice numbering will not happen, HSN will not happen, tax calculation will not happen. So all these troubles you will face and Tally will not be able to detect the errors. A registered company has paid an amount including. See, if a registered person and claimed wrongly in B2C, he can revise in the next month, but before 30th of November next year or filing of annual return, whichever is earlier. GST payable on advance received from supply of material. No. Supply of material, GST on advance received, supply of material. If you are receiving advance, GST is not liable, only for services it is applying. Client is not maintaining service. Okay, fine. So this part we have completed. So GSTR1, 3B, all these setups can be done. So this includes the step. This PPT, I will share it with you. So these are certain pointers which you need to take care before filing the GST returns, that all the sales vouchers posted saved in Tally, GSTN to be verified by B2B. See, Tally will not verify. One more mistake, I'll tell you what few of the accountant do it. This I have found in a few cases. See, what happens is, okay, this is DD tolls, okay? I press enter. So here one name is there. I select by mistake another name. Control A. Now, can you tell me, while filing the GST return, whether Tally will pick up this DD tolls or Cure Tech Civil Services? So Tally will pick up this one, party details, Cure Tech Civil Services. See what happens when we pass the entry, automatically what is the party name that will be displayed here. But sometimes what happens, accountant, they find that they made some mistake. They press enter and then by mistake they press some other button and then they save it, because we know how accountants sometimes fast we work. Then by mistake what happens, there are two different parties here. You will see here my party detail is correct, but in GSTR1 it is showing uncertain transaction. Why? Because of this part. Because wrong party name is selected. So be careful in this area if you are finding any issues. So this is one place if you need to check in Tally. So no uncertain time. Place of supply is correctly set. So at the time of e-invoice, it will show you the place of supply. And again, e-invoicing. One more time, I'll tell you, e-invoicing to generate, it takes a second. But before generating a e-invoice, ensure that all the data is correct. And once you upload it, what happens is e-invoice generates within a second. And once e-invoice is generated, you cannot cancel that invoice in Tally. Be careful. You should not and you cannot cancel. And if you want to cancel, then first you have to cancel that e-invoice. Cancellation of this e-invoice should be done within 24 hours. Otherwise, after 24 hours, that cancellation will not happen. In that case, you find out the mistake after 2 days, then credit note should be issued. The tally sales invoice should not be altered. And one more thing, once you generate a e-invoice, you upload it and within 24 hours you cancel it. The same e-invoice number, so the same invoice number cannot be used again. That is one thing which you have to take care. Then 3B filing, GSTR1, 2B reconciliation download. Most important aspect is RCM. And I will tell you, RCM 100% will not match. But you have to ensure that whatever RCM is reflecting in the 2B or 2A, for that, whether you have accounted or not, if some wrong RCM is there in the 2A or 2B, which is not belonging to you, talk to that vendor or cancel it in the IMS stating reject it. Otherwise, after 5 years or 3 years or 4 years, you will receive a notice that for this RCM, why you have not paid the taxes. So RCM part, again and again I'm telling, be careful. Then rule reversal, ITC reversal, all those things you need to take care. So I already explained two methods. One is direct portal filing. Second is the JSON filing or the data filing method in which the GST return can be filed. Now, spillover transactions. See, in the year end, there are certain transactions which are called as spillover. 1 and 3B is done for the every month. And then finally, we prepare this annual return, which I'm going to come to the last part, which is the reconciliation of the data. But when you prepare this GSTR 99C, there is certain spillover transaction. Spillover transaction means what? Now, those transactions pertaining to previous financial year, but it is entered in the GST return in the current financial year. So these transactions, you have to be careful. Last year transaction filed in the current returns. Current year transaction filed in the next year return. And now the GSTR 9 again, lot of changes they are making and they are asking you to provide the breakup clearly year-wise, which year you are claiming, which year you are filing. So you have to be very, very careful. Same way, credit note. Credit note, again, there is a rule. The credit note should be issued within the financial year or maximum the 30th of the November next financial year, on or before this 30th of November next financial year, or before filing of annual return, whichever is earlier. So these area be careful. And another area of adjustment, that is advance received adjustment. Unless and until you don't pass entries correctly in Tally, it will be difficult for you to manage. So advance adjustment, first advance received one entry. If you are making a refund, then refund voucher one entry. If you are setting off the advance against the sales, then again one entry for adjusting the advance against the sale. One entry you have to pass. Many of them don't know the rule. As per GST, you have to create a separate ledger for the advance received. And the sales entry, separate ledger should be created. Then all these adjustment needs to be done. Sorry. So now coming to the reconciliation. See, reconciliation part, the whole year is completed, right? So you can download the full year GST returns in Tally, go to exchange, select the all GST option, download return, download all the returns for the financial year in Tally. Even if you are not been using the Tally for filing the GST returns, no need to worry. Download everything, your GSTR1, 2A, 2B, 3B, everything you download it. Right? For the whole year. If you have not used Tally connected service from April 25 to March 26, nothing to worry. Once sir, I have used only for the purpose of filing GSTR1, no problem. Download all the returns. Returns will be downloaded. And once you download, go to DOG and then go to the GSTR1 reconciliation. See, this GSTR1 is filing the GSTR1, reconciliation GSTR1, GSTR2A, GSTR2B. And if you want to do the invoice management system, IMS. I cannot show a real client data because of the privacy issues, but the path is here. And already I have shown you a method how to work on it. Go to the Tally portal, select the community, instant demo, and you will get a real-time feeling how to work in it. So here you go to GSTR1 reconciliation. Change the period for the whole year, Alt F2. 1, 4, say I have 7, 17 to 31, 3, 18, enter. So once you press this, what will happen is, the tally will show you the comparison. Now here, since the data for 17, 18 is not downloaded, otherwise two levels will be shown. One in black color, second in blue color, and whatever difference is there, it will show you. And in the bottom, can you see the last part? In the bottom also, it will show you total for the financial year as per the GSTR1. In blue color, total for the financial year as per the GST portal. So the total will be visible here. Same way you press here, same manner, you will get the reconciliation party wise, GST number wise, and GST number wise, and in the total as per your books, total as per your GSTR1. So this way you can do your one reconciliation first. Whether you are using the tally for the GST filing or not, this you can do it. So this is the first method of preparing and reconciling your GSTR1 for the whole year. Wherever reconciliation is not matching, check what is the issue. There may be one reason, either at the time of filing, you might have provided the wrong data, or the data as per GSTR1 is correct, some amendment is made here. If there is a mistake in your tally, then alter that entry, then reconciliation will happen. Now, once you make any changes, what tally will do is, whenever you open the reconciliation, it will ask you, do I rework on the vouchers? Give yes, automatically it will update and then give you the reconciliation. So initially we are using this for our reconciliation purpose for our client, and I'm finding it saving a lot of time, because when we export the data and then download the data from the GST portal and then reconcile in the Excel, it takes a lot of time. At least here, 90-95% work we know, okay, this is matched, and we need to focus only on unreconciled portion. Same way, GSTR2A reconciliation. Once you download the 2A, it will provide the comparison of as per your books and as per your returns. 1, 7, 18, 31, sorry, 1, 7, 17, 31, 3, 18. So it will provide the entries, but you have to be careful here. Again, once again, I'm telling you have to pass the entries properly. Unless and until you don't pass the entries properly, this reconciliation will not happen. Yes, there is certain challenges while passing the entries for GST in Tally, but it is not so tough. So as you start using the return filing in Tally and clear the uncertain transaction over the period of 6 months, 1 year, you will find very easy. Because now what happens is, we are working in Tally only to complete the entry. That's it. Tuck, 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 enter, 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 escape, control A. Enter, enter, control A. So once you do your setup, basic setups correctly, then this trouble will not happen. So once your 2A and 1 reconciliation is ready, that means your 3B is also matched, and then you can go with the annual computation and press the year 1417 to 31.3. automatically your annual computation details will be provided here. You can see this. This is similar to your annual returns, whatever you filed. Tally has even incorporated that. And then you can pass the entries from here. If you want to go to the portal, you have the right hand side, open GST portal. And then you want to do download, reconcile, whatever data you want to do, that you can be done. So we'll take few queries. I think query tab I am not going. Yeah, Q&A. Sorry for that. I missed that. Bills raised to foreign party where the place of supply is India. In that case, statutory report showing error, place of supply and party. Now, bill raised for foreign party, place of supply is in India. Then in that case, what happens is there is an option in the other place of supply, you have to show outside, and then the same state where you are, that you have to provide. So this little configuration, one time you have to do it. So by this configuration, that will be happened. You have to show as if it is a foreign party, but a taxable services. If service is provided in India, then it will become taxable. How to book SEZ sales with LUT? Do we need to mention exempt sales? No. See, whether a sale is SEZ or LUT, it is not in the stock item which you need to mention. Because what happens, say I am a trader, okay? I am making sales to regular supplier and I am also making sales to the SEZ unit. Then in that case, what happens? I cannot maintain two separate stock. So the type of sale should be defined in the sales ledger. So what you need to do is in Tally, what you need to do, you go and create a SEZ sales ledger. 1 minute, I'll show you. Create ledger Z sales, and then, okay, this already is there. So alter SEZ sales, and then you can see here GST applicable is there, statutory details. Okay, I'll just check and tell on this. I'm not getting that SEZ sales. No problem. I'll check and tell you. We have e-way bill registration. We have to make offline e-way bill by entering one by one. See, if e-way bill, you have to connect with your e-invoice or you connect with the invoice. Then one by one entry need not be made. Directly you can pass the entry, generate the e-way bill from Tally itself. So proper setting needs to be done. GSTR1 filing, which option? Choose send file or export offline. My suggestion is send file. If you are confident about your entries being correct, then choose send file. So what I will suggest is first 3 months, what you do, you select, choose send file, go to the GST portal, verify whether what data is exported is correct or not, and then generate your EVC or accept the filing of GSTR1 in the GST portal. So 3 months you follow this method. And once you find that, okay, from the Tally, the data is exported correctly, then you can use the Tally portal, Tally Prime GST filing method. IMS reconciliation. Now, IMS is what? Invoice management system. In the invoice management system, what happens? The 2B has whenever 2B is generated, one IMS is generated, all the invoices, it is optional now. You can select either accept, reject, or keep it pending. So Tally gives you an option where you go to exchange and then go to GST option, download the IMS invoices, and then go to DOG. And here you have invoice management system. So all your IMS will be seen here. Here you can select accept, reject, or keep it pending. And once this is done, then again go to exchange, select GST option, upload IMS invert. So automatically this data will be updated. How to reconcile journal ITC, payment ITC? I did not get you. Journal ITC, payment ITC. See, journal ITC, I am, please explain your question clearly. IMS board shows purchase of January, but actually we received the purchase in February. In that case, what you do is you select as keep it pending. And in the next month, the same invoice will be reflected. At that time, you accept it. Can you show how to do TB? To be recon already I have shown you. Amount including of GST to a supplier who is registered B2B. Then the supplier inverted. See, if B2B supplies has been filed wrongly in B2C, then what happens is next month you can, that is two options are there. One, GSTR 1A is one file, that is amendment file. If it is before 20th, you can tell they can amend the GSTR 1, reduce that B2C supplies and add it in B2B supplies, and then rectify the return, you will get the credit instantly. That is in the same month. Second option is next month, amend the GSTR 1, reduce the B2C supplies, add the invoice in the B2B supplies. OTP, one time you put an OTP in Tally, 6 hours, it is valid. After that, it is again you have to provide the OTP. Yes, I can understand practically to collect the OTP is difficult, but this is for the security concern. This has been provided. So that is very much required. How to pass rental RCM entry and how to make the payment entry. I'll explain you in demo. Anyway, entry part, one last part is pending, which I'm going to show you. Still 2A report, no, 2B is only required. 2A, we use it for some other purpose when certain extreme cases are there. But as of now, you have to go with 2B only. Yes, IMS RCM invoice is not coming. Only the taxable invoice are reflected. This I have already shown you. Download, go to the IMS option, select, and then again upload it. Invoice 30, okay. See, e-invoice you have to generate within 30 days. Now here in this case, what has happened is you have generated the e-invoice on 15th April. So this month, that is when you file the April, March month return, that ITC cannot be claimed. Only in the next month, when you file the April return, that ITC can be claimed. So this option is not available. In the IMS, next month only it will be visible. Why OTP? Okay. How export through local dealer at concessional rate can be booked. So in the rate settings, there is an option. You can create it. See, exports to local dealer is called as deemed export. So deemed exports, you have to do the settings in the rate. So once you create a deemed export rate, there are certain settings needs to be done. Okay. Yes, you can download the 2B and pass the entries in Tally using the import option. So you can download the 2B. Here there is a, in Tally you can see there is a import option. So Alt O. Then you can first create a settings for importing and mapping your 2B data, and then you can directly import the purchase in Tally. That option is there, but some setup needs to be done. How to make TDS on 94Q. This I need to check. Okay, 94Q, that is purchase above 50 lakhs. That settings can be done. Yes, we have to ensure that data matches with the portal. It's already cleared. Okay, now we will go to the last part and 2 points. One is RCM and then the closure entries. I'll show you how to pass. Then other questions we will take. So this is the timeline for GST closure. What and all you have to do. The most important thing is your reconciliation of 1, reconciliation of 2B and your ITC. Third is the advances. Fourth is the RCM payments. Fifth, if you are making a taxable supply and exempted supply both, then Rule 42 will be applicable. So ITC reversal needs to be done. And then the advance adjustments. These are the major thing, out of which 4 or 5 you can do in Tally itself. Okay, we are talking about the closing entries, closure entries. See, now last 1 or 2 years only Tally has introduced this GST return filing option, downloading filing option. But if you want to control your GST ledgers, then in Tally, without these connected services, that also can be done by passing few entries. See, for this, first you need to understand what is the method in which the entries are passed in Tally. See, some people, what they do, they create only 3 ledgers: CGST, SGST, IGST. And those 3 ledgers only, they use it both for input and output. Then this method will not work. So you have to create separate ledgers for CGST input, SGST input, IGST input, CGST output, SGST output, IGST output. Third category is another kind of accountant. What they do is they create CGST input 18%, CGST input 5%, CGST input 12%. That is rate wise input ledgers they create. Then in that case, what they have to do is consolidate all the rate-wise input to a common ledger CGST input, pass a journal entry, and then pass this entry. So basically what it is, see what happens when I pass a purchase entry. How do I pass? Purchase account debit, input account debit to party account. So whatever inputs I am getting during the month, it is debited to CGST input, SGST input, IGST input. Same way output, CGST output, SGST output, IGST output. Then I prepare my GSTR 3B. Now when I prepare my GSTR 3B, what happens? I have finalized my 3B. When do I finalize my 3B? I finalize my 3B on 21st or 20th of the next month. So after filing the return, take your 3B. In the 3B, you have the first 3 value. What value? CGST output, SGST output, IGST output. Then next value what you have? CGST input, SGST input, IGST input. So whatever output you have provided in the GST return, that value you provide against the output. Don't put the value as per Tally. As per the GST return, what is the CGST output for that month? What is the SGST output for that month? What is the IGST output for that month? This entry you pass on 30th of that month, last day of that month. Same way, input, whatever you have claimed, only claimed, not reclaimed. I am talking about only claimed, net of your reversal, whatever input you have claimed, that input account also you credit here. So you debit the output, credit the input, and the balance amount will be GST payable or carry forward. So this entry, what you have to do, you have to pass in the every month end. So same way, if you are having an RCM liability, see RCM, what happens is, if I am liable to pay RCM on rent, first what I have to do? See, there is a compliance procedure in RCM which many of them miss. Now they have made mandatory that whatever RCM ITC you are claiming, you should be generating a self invoice, and that self invoice numbering should be updated in the GSTR1. So please ensure that first, any ledger, if you are liable to pay RCM, don't pass journal entry. Create a purchase voucher called as a new voucher type called as a RCM invoice with the serial number and pass the entry in that self invoice. In the self invoice, you are going to provide only the value. You are not going to provide the breakup of the GST. And during the month, what is the RCM payable? You will pass one entry. CGST input, SGST input, IGST input. Two, RCM payable CGST, SGST, IGST separately or one ledger as per your choice. So once you pass this, what happens? Your RCM will directly go to the input account. Your input is already claimed, that will be credited here. And if there is any balance which is claimed or unclaimed, that will be visible in your ledger. So I'll show you the next table. Now assume this is the input. Okay. So in the month of April, my input is 2,326,000. As per return, I have claimed 2,326,000. That means what is the balance? Balance is 0. That means as per my books and as per the returns, the data is correct. Suppose as per my books, the input is 2,326,000. As per the returns what I have filed, it is 1,76,000. That means what? 23,000 ITC I have not yet claimed. So during the month when you pass this entry, you will be able to find out from the input ledger itself how much input you have not claimed for that particular ledger. That amount matches with your reclaim or other adjustment, whatever you have done. So based on this, the tracking can be done. So this way, monthly GST closing entry, if you pass, transferring all your input and output to a ledger called as GST payable ledger, then your GST payable ledger March month, whatever is payable or carry forward, closing should tally. By this, what happens? By these 12 entries, your GST reconciliation can be done without even logging the data. Here you can find out which month you are facing the trouble. Only you can force on that month. Like say in the fourth column, tracking unclaimed ITC, you can find that there is a problem in the month of April. You don't need to focus on the whole year. Focus on April. Same way, then it has become 0. Or March, why 24,000 is not claimed. So GST payable should match. And someone was asking about the RCM entry. Now here already I have explained RCM entry in Tally. Press F11. Then here you go to this enable GST, yes. So here everything setup is done. Then you have to go to second option, yes. So here setups are done. Now what we are going to do? We are going to the ledgers. Accounts, ledger, alter. Transportation charges. Transportation expense. So transportation expenses. Now rental, if it is there, then you create rental expense under the indirect expense. And then you have to ensure that, 1 minute. Freight charges, yeah. Provide the HSN code, provide freight, then mention here that RCM is applicable, reverse charge applicable, yes. So once you provide this, then what will happen? You have to create a voucher type. Create a voucher type. Say RCM voucher. Basics will be purchase. Voucher numbering, I will create automatic, and then here I will say RCM slash 1417 RCM slash control A. So I created a voucher type. I want to pass a voucher entry. F9, RCM voucher, party name, some transporter I'll take, high-tech transport, purchase ledger. Now this is item invoice. I will change to accounting invoice. So change mode, accounting invoice. And here I will select freight charges. 1 lakh rupees. So 31/3/2018. Control A. Now go to DOG. DOG. I'm going to GSTR 3B. Alt F2. 1/3/18. 31/3/18. So here you can see RCM high-tech 1,05,000 is added. So this way you can create the RCM vouchers. Then you need to pass a voucher entry for transferring this input. So RCM is very important. Many of them miss this. This method you can pass the entry. So now we'll go to Q&A. RCM entry explained, still 2A report, only 2B. This also completed. Invoice is also completed. Suggestion to provide apply filter in GSTR1. Okay. See, filter, there is an option. See on the top, can you see this? Find details, enter master transaction. There you can create filter by typing whatever you want, or Alt to F12. Separate filter like Excel will not be created because of the software capability. So here you can on the top find details or enter in master. There you can create the filter. So as of now, that value-wise difference ignoring is not available in this option. But overall, if you accept that, then in the right-hand side, there's an option, accept as it is. It will be accepted and reconciled. In some cases, expenses, both GST charge invoice and non-charge invoice are received. See, better to create a separate ledger than having one ledger, because creating a separate ledger nowadays, department, when we go for audit or when they issue a notice, the breakup of registered expenses they are asking separately, unregistered expenses they are asking separately. So better to create a separate ledger. Can we make the tally entry from data of GSTR? Yes, that can already import from import option. You can do it, but some setup needs to be done. Sir, in my tally, there are few bills which are visible in GSTR1. In tally, few bills are not visible. Check the settings, whether the party name is provided or it is displayed in that option where suspicious, that is not suspicious transaction, DOG1. You go to DOG1, you get that option. So in this option, you go and check uncertain transaction. So based on that, your error may be classified or the GST setup is not made correctly. That may be the issue. See, journal entry is creating trouble even for us. So we have changed the system by creating an expense voucher in purchase category and pass the expenses entry. So that will be a better method to clear this. IMS topic. Okay, give me some time. I'll see if time applicable available. Then I'll show you IMS. How to file pending previous month sales invoices imported automatically from Tally to GST. This I need to check because as of now, that month entries we can file in the return. So if any invoice for the previous month you want to file in the current month, then in that case you manually file it. I need to check with them whether this option is there or not. Portal through Tally, it is not saved in the computer. Please provide save, download all the. See, when you do the reconciliation, okay, you want a to be column. Okay, fine. Same entry I have explained. Exporting GSTR2 in Excel. I need an advance entry if construction company will receive advance in June month and raise the invoice in October, means the advance tax will be paid in June and balance entry need to be passed journal entry. How? See, in advance, what happens is whenever you receive an advance, first create a ledger for the advance. Say your party name is ABC, ABC hyphen advance. Then your normal ledger ABC. So as per the GST, what is the rule is that whenever you receive any advance, you have to create a receipt voucher. So you create a voucher type called as advance receipt voucher, which is serially numbered. So once you create an advance receipt voucher, which is serially numbered, then that the vouchers alone where advance is there, those entry you pass it and activate the advance feature in Tally. Automatically, Tally will calculate the tax on such advances. This is first part. Second part, when you receive an advance in the month of June and in the October you are raising an entry invoice. So you raise the invoice. After raising the invoice, pass an adjustment entry transferring the advance from the advance ledger to the normal ledger. Automatically, Tally will separate the advance details. See, duplicate entries will not be created. If you have some data in there, it will show in error. Only those entries which are new will be updated. So the new data will replace with the new data what you uploaded. How to enter ISD invoice in TallyPrime? I have to check that. Maybe ISD separate session we will plan it. ISD invoice we need to check. Nil rated purchases taxable value are not shown in GST or 3B. See, when you create a purchase ledger define as nil rated. Only when you define as nil rated, purchase will be shown in the Tally and the 3B. So unless and until you don't show the definition in the ledger, that is you provide the HSN code and then provide the nil rated supply in the ledger or in the stock item, then only it will be shown in the GSTR 3B. Can we maintain invoice on which? Yes, GST marginal concept invoice can be maintained. For that, you should use an option. That option is called as assessable value. The tax should be calculated based on assessable value. Based on that, you can calculate the marginal concept invoice. Can we maintain? Okay, this is done. If any question is pending, you can just type me again. Maybe if something I have missed out.
So this PPT, if you can attach in the chat, I think a lot of people were asking for it. So in the chat, you can put it as an
1 minute, madam. क्या बोल रहे हैं madam?
No, I was saying कि the PPT जो लोगों को चाहिए, अगर आप chat में you can send it so that
हाँ
most
अभी
people can
भेजता हूँ
download.
1 minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah. Meanwhile, any new questions,
So
we
this
can
is
take
a
it up.
quick reference guide which I've attached in the PPT. You can just check it in case you want to recheck how to enable or whatever features I have explained. So Q&A, 1 minute. I'll just create this, use this PPT file.
You can maybe save as PDF so that they can refer to it.
So thank you very much for giving me this option. I know time is less, a lot of things to tell, but a few things wherever important, I have tried to focus and explain. In case of any queries, you can just write to me or write to the Tally. They will
Support
forward
at
it to me, and
Tally.
I will try to provide. I know that few questions I have not answered, but that options I can just look it and then share it with you. So any other questions are there, you can ask me, or else, madam, you can take
Okay,
word.
yeah, it's actually 4:30. So I think most of them, the repeated ones, I think we have already covered, and some are on the Excel import bit. The tedious bit, actually, please do refer to the first topic of the this year CA Connect. We did cover in that. So yeah, even I'm seeing, yes, sir. Okay, and I'm sure you must be already part of our CA community. So please continue to post your queries there itself. And thank you for joining CA Connect. So please do wait while sir sends the file so that you can download the same.
Yeah, file I have attached, madam.
Okay, it's still not come. Maybe it's a big file, is it?
Nil rated taxable, 1 minute.
Yeah, sir, आपने host and panelist को भेज दिया. It's getting downloaded for me, and once more I'll send it to everyone.
Sales, inventory value, no. So this is where you have to provide nil rated sales, and I'm providing services. So control A, voucher entry, F230.
Sir, the file which you've shared, is it in the PDF? It's opening in a different format.
PDF format only I have shared, madam.
Actually, it's coming as a notepad. Can you just
Notepad,
check? Yeah,
one
yeah.
minute.
It's not opening actually. I just tried.
Here it is not showing file type.
No, actually, how you've shared is showing. Let me down. Can you send it from your end when you attach it? Instead of host and panelist, you have to. Okay, okay, Mr.
File name has
Shah
to
is
suffice
suggesting.
with
Okay,
PDF.
actually, maybe I have saved it that way. That's why. Can you send it to the audience directly instead of two host and panelists? You can make it to everyone. So that way, and meanwhile,
Now
I'll
you can try once again. I have uploaded it.
one, 1 second. Okay, yeah, please wait. विनोद सर आपने फिर से host and panelist को भेज दिया. So you can make it to everyone.
What, madam?
So, sir, when you're sending it, so you are able to see host and panelist, right?
Acha, to all. Okay, okay,
To
okay.
all, if you do, so everybody will be able to
Sorry, sorry,
download.
sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No worries, sir.
Yeah, I have shared now.
Yeah. So everyone, please do download the file now. I think it should become in the required format. Can someone confirm if they have been downloaded it? Thank you, Mr. Sachin. Uh, Wonderful presentation. So, Vinod sir, compliment for you. File downloaded. Thank you, Mr. Anshu. Okay, great. I think maximum people have downloaded the file. Perfect. Miss Monica is saying it is not download. Mr. Narayan saying. So, if you can see, Mr. Vinod has shared the file in the chat. Please do open. So there's an option. It's a PDF file called Tally CA Connect GST.
Okay. I'll just check that nil rated. Maybe some issue is there. Thank you
Hmm.
very much. Thank you
Yeah,
all for
yeah,
your
it's
patient
downloaded.
hearing.
Okay. I think I'm getting a lot of downloaded. So I think it's done. So anyway, you can reach out to support@tallysolutions.com if you have still not been able to download it. Thank you, Mr. Vishnu, for confirming. And I'm sure you're already part of our CA community. Please do put in it there. I'll send it to our admin and they will do it. Thank you, Mr. Tejal. Okay. I'm getting a lot of confirmation. That was a great presentation, Vinodh. And as you mentioned, that GST is a vast topic. While we had selected the 7 important discussions, we definitely got different topics and queries regarding the entire GST domain. So definitely we'll keep on covering GST related topics at our CA Connect. And we'll make sure I'll take some insights from your comments also. So thank you so much, Vinod sir, for this great presentation. I'm going
Yeah,
to
thank
end
you,
the
madam.
webinar. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.